I'm back with another video. Today I will be doing a full face tutorial. This will be a spicy copper fall inspired look. I used Too Faced Extra Spicy palette. If you're interested on how I created this look, please continue to watch. All right, you guys, I've already prepped and primed my eyes. Today we are going to be using the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy palette. And I always like using these eyeshadow guards to catch fallout. It's my first time, no, my second time using this palette in particular. Okay. The first color, I'm not really sure of the names. Yeah, the names are on here. I'm gonna start with butterscotch for a transition. And I'm using the Morphe 573 blending brush. And I dip in this pan just a little product. And start blending. I love the color payoff so far. It's well pigmented. I'm so excited that fall is right around the corner. It's one of my favorite seasons. I like this color payoff. It's like burnt orange color. Whenever you're blending your transition, no shades, you just make sure that you start blending it right above your crease area. Okay, we have that transitional color on. So now we're going to be using the next color, and this is called Extra Spicy. And we're just going to blend that in right on top of that transitional color. Loving the color payoff. It's not that much fallout. Now we are going to move to the lid shade, and I'm going to put a little base on my lid so the colors can pop. And you could just use any type of primer. You could even use concealer. Just to kind of give it a coat. I'm using the Pot Painterly by MAC in soft ochre, just to give myself it's not a cut crease, but just something to kind of hold and make the eyeshadow pop. Now, since I have that, applied on here, I'm gonna tap it until it dries. Then I'm gonna start applying the eyeshadow color to it. And just pat it, pat it, pat it, pat it. And whenever it start dimming a little, the white color start dimming, you know that it's drying and it's becoming tacky. And this is the perfect time to go back in with the eyeshadow. And I'm gonna be using that spicy color again. That extra spicy color for the end before we do the glitter. Well, I don't know if it's glitter, it may just be shimmer, a mixture of shimmer and glitter. And now I'm gonna take that transitional color, butterscotch, apply that as well, just blend it in. Okay, now I'm going to take a Morphe 433 blending brush. I like using a blending brush to pop the shimmer on. It seems like it just applies better. Let's see what color we're gonna do. Since we're doing a copper look, how about we're gonna do two shades. We're gonna do Spicy Mom. We're gonna do this color, and then we are going to pop in for the inner corner. We're gonna do let's see, Lick the Spoon. So we're gonna do these two colors. Now I always spray a little my Mario Despacito spray on it to kind of give it a little bit of pigment. It'll bring more pigment, in other words. All right, you guys, I did not like the pigmentation from the shimmer colors. They were too chunky, hard to blend. So I'm moving over to my ColourPop. This is like a bronzy look, bronzy shade. The color name is Like a Shot. And I'm gonna take that blending brush again and start applying that color all over the lid. Now I'm going to take that extra spicy color again and blend it in, the shimmer color. And I'm going to take a clean blending brush and just kind of blend around that glitter shade so everything will come together. Get all the harsh lines, blend it out. I think everything that came out really pretty. It's just the matte shades are perfect. It's just those shimmer shades are too patchy and they're really hard to work with. Just going over the harsh lines, making sure everything is properly blended in. All right. Now we're gonna move on to removing the eyeshadow. Nope, not just as of yet. We're gonna do the eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, and then we're gonna move over to the face. I'm just using e.l.f. liquid liner. Coat my lash line, get them ready for my lash application. Got a little bit of the eyeliner on my lid, so I fixed that, and now we're gonna remove the eyeshadow guards. Now we're gonna move over to the face. Now we're moving over to the face. We're gonna use the Mario Despagado, one of my favorite rose water. This is the aloe and herb rose water, and I'm gonna just lightly drench my face with it and melt it in with my foundation brush. Okay, now I'm going to start with the e.l.f. The next primer I will be using is the e.l.f. Matte Poreless Primer. Just apply that. All areas of the face. I love these 3-step hydration and prepping and priming my skin. It really helps the application of my foundation, and it also lasts like a long time. Like if I have some type of important engagement that I'm attending, I use those 3 steps. Foundation don't wrinkle. It's just phenomenal. Now I'll be using the Morphe Equalizer. This is the last primer. I'm gonna put those in my oily areas right in here. Okay. Next, I will be using a little Tarte Maracuja oil to kind of give a little glow to the skin. And you guys, I normally do my lashes at the end of my face. After I'm done with my face, applying all my products, then I add my lashes. Now, since I'm done prepping and priming my face, I'm going to do a little color correcting. I will be using Butterscotch in Too Faced just to hit my under eye areas. Take the blending brush. Just to color correct those areas. Okay, so now since I've color correct, I'm going to start my foundation application. I will be using Cadiz, my favorite by Norris. And I will be using just probably about 1 or 2 pumps. We'll see. We'll see first, ladies, before I say I'm gonna just use 1 or 2. We'll see. A damp blending brush, beauty blender. I'm gonna start blending it in my skin. That color corrector really help the coverage. I just actually started doing that color correcting just to see how it would help those areas. Your forehead is gonna always be lighter than the lower face for whatever reason, but once I get the bronzer and the contour, I am going to, it's gonna warm the face back up. Okay, so now I'm going to take my favorite Real Technique Expert brush to blend the all over face. Make sure all the harsh lines are blended in. Okay. Now I will be using Warm Sand by Too Faced for my under eye highlight. I really was supposed to use it. I was going to really use Morphe, but since I've already did this out, I've already applied it on here. I'm just use this one. We'll do Morphe next time. I like their concealers too. And y'all know I normally wait a few minutes for it to dry. And I won't add no more of the Mario Desperado Rose Water Spray, simply because I've already added that oil at the end of that last prime, so that's gonna keep the hydration going. That's what I normally do in all my foundation routines, just in case you are running where I'm not using it. Now I'm going to take that beauty blender again and start blending out the chin. Keep it up. And whenever you're doing your highlight, make sure that you're not blending in the contour areas. Keep it right below that cheekbone. I want it to be a little bit more lighter, so I'm gonna add a little bit of the Morphe. I will be using the Morphe C 2.65 just to bring the highlight a little brighter. Now I just put just a little right here and just let it sit. And blend. See? Got a little lift to the eye. And I would take that beauty blender, just kind of go around that highlight to get all the harsh lines blended out. Before I start my contour. Okay, now I'll be using Call Me Maple by Wet n Wild. This is another one of my favorite drugstore contour sticks I use, and I will be using the Morphe 530 contour brush. I just brush a little bit on my brush. Begin to blend. And whenever you're applying your contour, always push it up. Never go down, just push it up. And I'm gonna go back and do my nose contour, my nose highlight. I forgot to apply that. I'll do that in just a minute. Come back with the Beauty Blender. Make sure everything is well balanced. Under my chin. Take that Beauty Blender. Make sure that everything is blended out well. All the harsh lines are blended out. Just add a little bit more on this side. Okay. Now I'm gonna take that, since I lost the concealer, the remaining concealer on the sponge, I'm going to take just a little of this and drag it down the bridge of my nose and let it sit for a minute. Now I'm gonna set, while that's sitting, I'm gonna set my whole face and chisel those contour areas with my setting powder, and then I will add the contour powder on top of it. I'll be using the Morphe Filter number 7 setting powder, and I will be setting all the areas of my face with it, and taking that same color and chiseling that area of my contour. And I will be using the Black Radiance medium to deep. Contour palette. And I will be using the color in the middle. Just kind of drag it. Remember, this helps for a smooth application once I set it with the foundation powder. Now I'm going to take this Beauty Blender and squeeze it and get the nose highlight. Perfect. Now I am going to get my MAC medium deep mineralizing powder, and I am going to contour the nose area right on the side and kind of drag it in. I'll set my under eye with my favorite powder, my Huda Beauty setting powder. Just set under the eyes. going to define those cheekbones. And set. Okay, now I'm gonna let this sit for a minute. I'm gonna put a little right where that highlight is. And I'm gonna let this sit for a minute. I won't let it bake too long. And I'm gonna come back with that Black Radiance Contour Powder and apply it again in those areas. So we lost it a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to dust off that powder. Add a little bit more this powder, that filter number 7, to get that harsh line out of the way. Okay, now we are going to add some bronzer. The medium deep MAC mineralizing powder. Just apply it in those areas of the contour, just to bring everything together. Everything coming out so pretty. And now I'm gonna take the Real Technique brush and blend the entire face. And now I'm going to move over to highlight. I'm going to drench my face a little bit with Maria Desvogado. Add my highlight. I'm using the ABH Glow Kit, one of my favorites. Be using the ABH Glow Kit. And I will be using, excuse me, these two colors. Well, no, this one and that one. Those two are my favorite. See if I can find my highlighting brush. Okay. Do a little bit on the nose and on the bridge of the nose, some chin. Yeah, my Cupid's bow. Add a little blush. And this is one of my favorite drugstore blush palettes, Elf. I just take my brush and just lightly brush it across all 4 colors and pop it on my cheeks, and it blends well. All right, you guys, I'm going to stop and apply my eyelashes, and I'll be back with the finished look. For the sake of time, I applied my lashes. I also used my Lippy Sable NYX. It's one of my favorite staple lip glosses I always use. I use that, and I also use that extra spicy color to blend under my eyes. I add the mascara. I pop the little shimmer in the tear ducts to make my eyes pop. And this is the finished look. I hope that this video was helpful. Well, based on using the eyeshadows, the shimmer ones are too chunky, but the matte colors blend very well. And I love the way this look came out. I hope that you all enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching to the end. Please, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, like, and also hit your notification buttons. That way that you will be notified when my next upload is posted on my channel. Thank you again, and God bless.